All right, people, Catfish Dave here. I hope my hair looks okay because it was a pretty long boat ride to this spot. Either way, you can see I'm in a coat. We're in that fall transition coming out of August. Yeah, 50 degrees this morning. I like that. Now, the fall transition, or any transition, can be a tough time to get fish. Dead in fall's great, dead in spring's great. Dead in winter is great, but the transitions between the seasons can mess with your numbers of fish. Either way, we're targeting big fish today. Don't know if I'm going to catch them or not. I am positioned over a hole on the Tennessee River, and this hole has a hump in the hole. Couple of humps, actually. Yeah, drops down in a deep hole, and then boom, boom. Fish like to hang around stuff like that. So my bait is pretty fresh. Caught last night. Good old skipjack herring. Plan is to structure fish early and see how that goes, and see if there's a morning bite. If not, as the day goes on, we will end up dragging for catfish. I like still fishing sometimes, as long as it's at a prime time to do it, you know, morning, night, or another prime time would be in a reservoir in the middle of the day, but maybe they turn on a bunch more gates at the dams and push surging current. That can spark a bite in the middle of the afternoon. Either way, it's morning bite. I've got two screens here. An old Low Rance Elite Garmin what is that Garmin? SV something, blah, blah, blah. SV93. I'm just using it for the maps right now. This Low Rance has a way bigger and better transducer on it. Let's drop suspended bait down. When I first pulled up here, I seen marks down there. We're hoping the marks are catfish. We're hoping the marks are big catfish. The way they're positioned, where they're at, they should be catfish. Now, are they catfish that's going to eat? We'll find out here in just a minute. What is my depth here? I'm in 49 foot, but the hole is deeper than that, but I am positioned kind of on the ledge of this hump, just on the back side of it. We hit the bottom, turn up. It's a hard bottom. My sinker didn't sink in the mud. Up again. Do the same thing. I want to throw some outlines here. I'm trying to get a wind coming back up river, and I'm just using this trolling motor to spot lock. If I get blown around in a loop-de-loop, we're not going to do it. But if the wind doesn't get too bad, and it is supposed to pick up, I want to throw some lines out. I might could throw a drift sock out. I hate throwing those gosh dang things out. Pain to deploy, pain to get back in, and just something for the fish to tangle up in when you hook a big fish. That might keep my boat going one direction where I can anchor fish though. There are marks on the screen down there. Yeah, it's definitely a harder bottom here. There we go. Two of those up. I'm gonna scatter. We'll try scatter and we'll see how the wind does here. Last time I fished, they were definitely hitting the head pieces. But we've got one head on, several chunks. We're just going to scatter some rods out around this hump here. I'll be coming out of this coat pretty quick. It is going to get up to around 80 degrees. It started out 50. The sun comes up a little later. The sun sets a little earlier. And we had a cold front come through. And we're finally out of that miserable, miserable heat. And I'm happy about that. There wouldn't look like a skipjack right there. I did not bring no bait rods. I don't really need them. Plenty of bait today. So I got my bait rods out of the way. Old tail chunk, I usually don't like using these things. I like them to have little guts in them at least, but we'll throw it out there. It's fresh. And you never know, I have caught some big fish on these sections back by the tail before. Throw this on this side of the hump. I have a little flow in the river, so that's good. That will help keep my boat going fairly decent. Because the wind is trying to come upriver, which it usually does for some reason. Lock that dude down there. I may throw one more out. This one here is just no float on it. Just slap on the bottom. Hey, why not? When I used to bank fish, that's how I threw them out. I may throw, I don't know what I'm gonna throw out. Go ahead and chum them up a little bit. Let them know we're here, ready to feed them. Yeah, man, there is fish on the screen. This is kind of a bad position. There's boats that want to come out right here where I'm at. And it's one thing when these little boats come out, like that's coming now. It's when these big boats come out. This place can be a problem in the daytime. I'm gonna throw another chunk on. The only problem with the skipjack is there's more chunk pieces than head pieces. I kind of wish it was divided down the middle. A big skipjack should have a couple heads and a couple chunks. That way, if the fish is biting a certain way, preferring one or the other, you've got more of what they want. You come out here on a day they're only hitting heads. Well, a skipjack's only got one head the way it's set up now. I believe that's on the bottom. Now, there is not always a morning bite. Sometimes the morning bite can absolutely blow. Sometimes I don't, it happens all the time. I don't really start getting on fish till I start dragging in the afternoons. And there could have been a night bite, and so they're kind of full by the time morning comes. Either way, we've got a couple suspended baits out. Couple outlines. Technically, this is a big fish spot. You could definitely catch one right here if you dropped your bait at the time that fish was ready to eat it. This place could definitely put one out right here. I'll go ahead and chill out, sit down. Oh, yeah, I'm seeing action on my screen, man. I'm surprised we ain't been bit already, but we haven't. If this wind gets much worse, I'm gonna have to throw a sock out. It is picking up quick as the sun comes up. I'm gonna go ahead and check the time here. We're gonna spot and move. Of course, if something's working, we're gonna stay right there, but if it is not, we're going to go to the next situation. These fish might not be biting early mornings. They might be biting late mornings. Maybe 10:30 would be the peak time. Who knows? You don't know what these fish are going to do. I do know there is fish down there. I've got plenty of action on my screen there. We are overfished without a doubt. I rode by another deep hole coming down here, and there was just a couple in it. It wasn't worth setting up on. This one here seems to have plenty in it. Now if we can get them to eat. Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. It's going to be bluebird skies today and windy. I'm going to go ahead and shut this graph off. I don't need it right now. Usually if these fish are going to eat, they're going to eat usually within 15 minutes. I mean, if you're right on them. If they don't eat that first 15 minutes, they are not in an eating mood. And here again, that mood could change the later the morning gets. It could be we could just sit on them, and at 10:30 it just opens up, but you don't know. We know they're here. So far, not a twitch though, which is surprising, you know, when you drop fresh bait like that right on top of them. No breakfast for me. I didn't sleep worth a crap, which is how I was able to get up so early. Typically, I don't get on the water till about 11:30. Today, we're here early. Figured I was already awake, might as well just get up. Come on, fishy, fishy. I know you're here. Unless I got these graphs on demo mode or something, but I don't think so. I tried still fishing in Fort Loudon like this a couple days ago. Could not get a bite. Started dragging, started catching fish. There was fish down there. They just would not eat a bait just sitting in front of their face. They're in that strange mood. That video was so bad, I ended up putting it on the Catfish Are Cool channel. Maybe we should start the morning out dragging. Because we're sitting on fish and they're not doing nothing right now. They ain't doing nothing. We got a bite. We got a bite right there. There's something on that right there. He's just holding it. He's just holding it, just sitting there. He let go of it. He definitely nipped it. I'm going to pick it up just a little taller. Yeah, that was a bite. We've been here about 12 minutes. That fish is just sitting there with it in his mouth. He's just sitting there, but he's not going down. I'm just going to let him have it and see if he'll take it down. He's just sitting there with it. Get me some hydration going here. Not super aggressive, man. He's tasting it a little bit. They're just not in an aggressive mood, or he would have just slammed that, kept going. Uh-oh, we're getting some action here on the bait that's on the bottom. Something nipped that bait right there. Just nipped it. Something's going down slow with it and let go. Yeah, they're in a foul mood, y'all. They sure are. He's still playing with it. I reel in a little bit. So we've been here about 15 minutes now, and a couple rods have seen some action. Fish tasted a little bit and decided, nah, it's not time for him yet. Well, y'all, I ain't had no breakfast, so I'm gonna have me a Ritz cracker and a piece of Monterey Jack. It's actually Boar's Head Monterey Pepper Jack. It's a combination of a jalapeno and cayenne. Man, I don't have that many Ritz crackers with me today. Gonna have to kind of ration them out here. Uh-oh, look, I got the cheese out and we're going down. I got the cheese out and we're going down. Look at there, look at there. That looks like a good bite. Yeah, I just got the cheese out of the cooler. That's a good fish right there. Didn't even get the cheese in my mouth this time. I'm telling you, there's something about that cheese, man. Yeah. All right. We're gonna try to get in my suspended bait here, one of them. So I'm gonna reel this one up. Take him around that side of the boat. I guess I'm gonna take him around that side of the boat. Yeah. Might be easier said than done. Come up pretty good there. That was a nice takedown. Got that out of the way. He's coming right up. But he feels like a nice fish. Usually. Let's see what we got here. Maybe he's just not riled up yet. Let's see what we got here. There we go. Let's pull a little bit there. It's about 17 minutes in the spot. We got one. Where you at? There he is. That's a nice fish. Decent. Decent starter fish. I don't remember which bait that was. I guess it was a chunk. I think I've got a head on that suspended rod. Yeah, old chunky male, missing some meat off the top of him from the nesting thing there. All right. Old chunky male. Come on up here, old chunky. No. Oh. Man, evil thing. Evil thing. Come on, old evil thing. Chill out. Chill out. Chill out. Come on. There's no sense in cutting my hand all to pieces like that. Oh, chunky fish, wide head. It's got more head than body almost. Yeah. Good starter fish. Get my hands all nasty before I go getting my cheese. Drop this back down. I believe I just got bit right here on this right rod. Something nudged that bait again, just nudged it. Look, 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 look. Good grief. Good grief. He's pulling drag. He's pulling drag. He's pulling drag. He's still pulling drag. Oh, good grief. We got a good one there. I'm telling you, it's that cheese, man. This is bigger than the first one now. Yeah, boy. All right. Coming straight to the boat. Yeah, boy. Old drag puller. This is not a big hook I got on here. It's a strychnine hook, but it's one of the smaller ones. I'm gonna pull this up again. This fish is coming up. He's coming up. He's right going for that line too. See up there. Get that out of the way again. He keeps coming up, man. Okay, there he goes. See if I can get him around. There's slime all in the line. That's a good one. That's a good one. Bigger than the first one. You ain't catching fish, man. You just got to get that cheese out. That's a nice one there. That's a dandy. A dandy. Come on in here. Oh, God almighty, he soaked me. Got that old river water in me here. Well, not bad. About time to take this old jacket off here. Sun's coming up. Oh yeah. Yeah, that one weighs more than the first one. Forgot my hat again. Yeah, that's a nice one. That wind's trying to spin me around. I'm gonna get this coat off, y'all. It's warming up. Oh yeah, that's a nice one. No. There we go. Curl that tail. Yeah, that's a good one right there. Tell you what, that 2 fish in a row, 3 bites on the ledge. We've had a bite here, we've had a bite here. I'm gonna swing over just a little more left, pick everything up and redeploy. Another bite on that middle rod, man. He just kind of had it held over, but just wouldn't take it down. Uh-oh, there's something on there, just holding it. Just holding it. You gonna take it? There's that rod again. He's actually gonna eat it this time. Yeah. Finally ate it. Yeah. Yeah, smaller fish, obviously. On a chunk, though. And a different rod this time. It's always nice to get one on a different rod. Come on in here, old catfish. Well, this makes 3 off this old hump area here. Just sitting still in the morning. He's no record size fish, so I'm not going to pull that other rod in. That's a thin fish there, old thin male. It's that time of year, they're just coming off the nest. Yeah. On a chunk. At least we're catching something on a chunk. There's more chunks on a skipjack, you got to use them somehow. Yeah, that's an old pathetic looking fish. That's a Fort Loudon looking fish right there. Yeah, this old bait's been hit several times. Finally got him one. Old pathetic looking fish, thin from the coming off the nest. Ain't nothing but head. All right, y'all. 3 fish in. And nothing really got started going until I got that cheese out of the cooler. Since then, I've had some pretty good luck. First fish came just getting the cheese out of the cooler. The biggest fish came while I was actually eating the cheese, and that's to be expected. People that regularly watch my videos know when I eat that piece of cheese, something's fixing to happen. See, I've got fish right below me on this graph. I mean, they're not eating very well, man. We're on fish. We're only finding certain ones that are eating. It's that transition stage. So I'm gonna move over a little bit here. Not seeing much there in that spot. There's a little underwater point right up here. We'll check this out. There we go, there we go. There we go, there we go. We got one on a different rod. Got one on a different rod. Suspended rods ain't doing so hot. They've been tapped a couple times, but check my drag here. It's hard to tell what we got so far. Don't feel no little tail kicking. I'm just glad to catch one on another rod. They all need to get their use. Get your money out of them. See what we got here. Am I gonna worry about pulling that bait or not? He's okay. It's a fish, fish number 4. We ain't been in this other little section 5 minutes. Just gotta move around and find which ones are willing to eat. Golly. Didn't get excited till after he got in the net. Yeah, I'm getting all kind of marks on the screen. They're just not all interested in what we got here. Open it up there. Open that lip. Yeah. Oh, slimy old male. No, don't get all funky. I wonder why they never curl that tail the other way. He didn't like that. I'm gonna go ahead and button up this button right here, y'all. No sense in showing my underwear. There. They fit a little better now. There we go. That middle rod's he's just sitting on it. And I'm gonna reel down, and he drops it, man. I'll tell you what, I don't know how many times I've seen that on that middle rod today. They lift that one, and just to drop it. All right, y'all, we've been in this spot about 15 minutes. There's still more, just different sections of it I want to set the boat over. So we're fixing to move again. This one here just keeps messing with me over and over. He pulls and tugs. All right, y'all, this will probably be the last place I still fish right here because they're not easy today anyway. And as we get closer and closer to the noon hour, it's just gonna get tougher. So we're set up at the head of this 70-foot hole. I'm in the same area, about, I don't know, 100 feet down from where we was. And we're gonna give this a shot here, and then I guess we'll go to dragging if this doesn't produce. That must be one of Elon Musk's relatives. He'll burn $1,000 in fuel today and won't catch the first fish. Well, all right, y'all. I'm sitting on fish. They're not eating. Very similar to that Fort Lousy video that I put on the Catfish Are Cool channel. Never could catch a fish on a suspended bait. We didn't start doing good until we started dragging. We got a slight bit of a morning bite there, and it has just died. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut up some white bass and some skipjack, and I'm gonna head down around here to a section of river I've never even been on. I wanna fish there. It looks draggable. It's a deeper depth, 60-foot range, somewhere, some places 70. And then I'm gonna give that a taste, and then I may work up around the bend here and work more mid-range water, 30 to 40 foot. See which does the best. I'm gonna start cutting, and we'll head on down river. Good old white bass. All right, y'all. I'll use the trolling motor to get me down river a ways until I get this stuff put up, get my other rods out, ready, planer boards out. That way I don't waste all my fuel in my little 6-gallon tank. We will be cranking the main motor, but until then, we're gonna be making some ground getting down there. I'm gonna save these baits, man. This one here is technically a dragon rod. I'm probably just gonna use it and throw it down the middle. I did have a skipjack rod in this boat that obviously I forgot to take out. We'll set it up over here, out of the way. Yeah, when you're just sitting there marking fish and you ain't catching them, there's some sitting right there. Fall transition, man. They've already fed up from that post-spawn bite, and they're not going to get really hungry until this water cools down and gets down in about the 60s, and then it's going to really turn on for the fall bite. Till then, we've got to do what we got to do to get them to chew. And this right here is one way to do it. It just doesn't give them much time to think about it. More of a reaction strike when they're in a foul mood. If you can catch fish in Fort Lousy Reservoir doing this, you can catch fish anywhere. I've got to catch more than 4 catfish in this video, so I don't have to put it on the Catfish Are Cool channel. Well, all right, y'all, this is down far enough. We've come down the river a good 4 or 5 miles here. I'm just going to start dragging up. This is 53 foot. Is what it is, and I seen it drop down into 70 farther up, so I'm going to throw skipjack on the orange rods, white bass on the green rods. I'm going to start off with the skipjack I've already got out. We've been using it. But this skipjack, it's like gold if you was to buy it, so we better be thrifty with it, kind of like those Ritz crackers. It's not easy to come up with this stuff nowadays like it used to be. Go ahead and give this a toss. I'll show you how I deploy one. There's fish slap dab out here in the middle of the channel, just hanging out here all over the bottom of this river. In the middle of the river out here, 52 foot. You got to be kidding me. We'll see how much more I see that going up. Man, we wasn't out here no time, and I'm already seeing fish down on the bottom, so I'm gonna let out extra line because we do have some deeper water coming up river. You just slap on a spread 'em planer board. There's a speed clip in the back, and mine's like a clothespin. You just open it up, slide her on there, drop it out, let it out as far as you want, lock it down, and it's a done deal. Grab another used piece of skipjack. I'll grab this one. That one had too many holes in it. That was that suspended bait that's been hit 50 times, but nothing would eat it. It ain't gonna stay on the hook good, so I chunked it. We'll go ahead and throw this one out. Yeah, there's fish out here. You can let these boards out as far as you want and they'll go even wider. I don't get ridiculously wide because we've just got boat traffic coming by you, and if they ride too close to your boat, they're gonna run over your lines. I could spread these things out as wide as this river if I wanted to. Go ahead and lock that dude down right there. This is some real wide section of river here, so the current won't be too bad. It's got a lot of places to disperse to. I'm gonna get them out, and then I'm gonna slow the boat down for a while. I will adjust my speeds, experiment with speeds. Some days they might want it slow, some days they may want it fast. Let's go ahead and put some white bass on here. I'll throw a head on the right side, a chunk on the left side. They have not been hitting white bass very good this post spawn like they normally do, but that's mostly what I can catch. You've got to catch 100 white bass to catch 10 skipjack. So I keep them and I try them, hoping they'll work good when I come out. A couple years in a row, I was wearing them out on white bass. This summer here, they just ain't seem to want them. Go ahead and lock that one down. Yeah, extra line out for the deeper water coming up. Now keep in mind, we're getting real close to the hour of suck. So that is against us. The farther we get away from that, the more likely we are to see a fat cat. I'm gonna throw 5. I'm gonna throw the skipjack head straight out the back. White bass chunk on this one here. These old bluebird skies, man. Hey, I'll tell you what, they say that affects the bite too. The bluebird sky. I would prefer my skipjack to be fresher, but we're using the old first while it's considered the crappy time of day. There we go. Throw one more out. We'll drop the one straight out the back. And we'll be fishing, Jack. Well, all right, y'all. We are deployed. And my guess is the later it gets in the day, the more the bite's gonna pick up. What may happen is they may turn some gates on at the dam later on, and that'll fire up the bite. Now that I am deployed, I'm gonna slow down to a more normal speed. I'm gonna slow down to, let's just slow down to 0.4 to start with. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this graph off. Save me battery. Got a drag, pulling fish on an old wore out piece of skipjack. Tighten this up a little bit. We ain't been dragging 5 minutes. And this is old wore out skipjack right here. Done been soaking. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Yeah, boy. This is how to get them right here. Tell me it ain't. That's why I do it. He nailed it hard. I don't know what we got yet. Small fish can pull hard. This one pulled some drag out though when he hit. Yeah, boy. I'm just glad I ain't got to put this on the Catfish or Cool channel. Feels pretty good right there. Is that a bite? Oh, I bet he's got my line. I'll bet he's got my line. That can de-hook you too. Go ahead and drop that. He's still pulling that board. Feels like a good fish. It's decent, yeah, it's decent. Decent enough considering they weren't biting. Here comes an old, big old ocean cruiser. Let me get this thing in before I get the 25-foot waves. Yeah, it's a nice fish. He's wrapping me all up. Come on up here, old fishy. Gotcha. Slap dab in the middle of the river. Ain't no holes, ain't no humps. It's just straight, flat channel out in the middle of it. But these old fish, they're just everywhere. The reason they're out here, there's water out here. This water is just as wet as the water we were fishing where them holes and humps was. As long as it's wet water, they like it. Yeah, didn't take long out here. About 5 minutes on the drag. I'm gonna redeploy this. I don't know what's wrong with this thing. It's somehow caught in the board. There's a fish on this, that's what's wrong with it. I'm feeling a fish on here. The board is not popping loose right, but there is a fish on there because I can feel him. Well, I guess we just doubled up. It's on the white bass head. Feels like a smaller fish. We ain't been dragging 7-8 minutes, so we done caught 2. That's the reason I throw these dragging rods out there. He's a small one, but hey man, we wasn't getting squat. Just sitting on those fish up there. Come on up here. The old rolling fish. You know, it's very possible those fish probably hit at the same exact time. I don't need this net for him. My white bass is gone, but I got more. Don't pop my hook off now. Old bug-eyed looking fish. Slimy old thing. Yeah, man, looking at them fish all that time on the screen, they wouldn't eat sitting still. You start moving, bam, 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 bam. We've already worked our way into a Catfish Day video, and we ain't been fishing no time. I'll cut up another white bass here. That fish may be on there. Is he on there? He is on there. He is on there. He sure is. That fish is on there. We'll leave him on there, and I'm gonna throw this out there. 3 that fast. I say, man, I got out here. Just slap dab in the middle of the river, man. No ledges, humps, bumps, holes. And I immediately see 4 fish, one after the other. Bam, 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 right off the bottom. Dead out in the middle of the channel. And I said, huh. Keep him on there. We need fish for a fishing video. And we know they're hitting skipjack heads, so. That's right. just sit right there, stay on the hook till I get these out. Now we're actually using fresh skipjack. This will be interesting to see what happens here. He just swims on in to me. He's on there. There he is. He's at the back of the boat, flopping around. Three fish in like 10 minutes of dragging. Go ahead and lock that green one down. Go ahead and pull this thing in, and we'll bait up again. I may go ahead and put some white bass on this one. Of course, we haven't got one on a white bass chunk yet. That's over there. They might not want a white bass chunk. White bass head got hit. That is a fat fish. That fish got a gut on it. Bet you it's eating mussels. Yeah. I'm gonna feel its gut, see if he's got any mussels in him. He's got a belly. See, they're biting good. You just got to move the baits. Yep. That fish is full of mussels. I can feel them. I kind of figured this would have mussels on it just by looking at it on the map. It's got the right amount of current without having too much current. And we got an old fish belly full of mussels. Yeah. And keep in mind, it's real close to the hour of suck, and we're still catching these fish. It ain't luck when you're catching them close to the hour of suck. You're just doing the right thing. We'll go ahead and pull on up here. We've got deeper water coming up. We got fish pulling on here, just a pulling on here. He's just a pulling on there. I'm gonna have to go ahead and get him. He's swimming sideways. Swimming sideways. Yeah. Where you at? There you are. Where are you at? Coming under the boat, quick. Yeah, that old white bass chunk is jumped. Boy, that's a little one there. That's a Watts bar size fish. That is Watts bar fish for sure. They're out here all different sizes and from all different lakes. We've caught Fort Loudon fish out here today, Chickamauga fish, now Watts bar fish. Must be some sort of East Tennessee catfish convention, and they're all meeting right here. I'm gonna throw some white bass on the middle. Right. I don't know if I want to throw a chunk. I don't know if that white bass chunk's even on there. It may have got took off. Oh. Oh. He hit like a bullet. And pulled the bait right off the hook. He tooth grabbed it. He's on it. That was an odd bite. He just kind of sagged on it. White bass head. He just kind of sagged on that bait. Well, at least we can catch something on part of the white bass anyway. That way I don't use up all my skipjack. Yeah, boy. We are catching them. We catching them. Uh-oh. Come on up here. Another fat gut fish. Oh, fat gut. Open it. It's loose if you'll open it. Thank you. Oh, fat gut. We're going through a little slower section here. The spot with all the fish was going from deeper to shallower. That's where we were really getting hit a lot. And now we're going from shallower to slightly deeper, and the bite seemed to have slowed that way. Either way, we wasn't catching jack squat sitting still. That bite just totally died. And now we're catching fish again, so. Fall transition at the wrong time of day, still catching fish. I'm just happy to get a fish on the green rod on this side of the boat. That one there might have baited me. I'll leave it on there. There's a bite on the white bass. There's a bite on the white bass head right down the back side. Yeah, boy. Throw this out. Yeah, we got some big old waves coming up here from the ocean cruiser. Yeah, boy. Catching fish now. Be nice if I'd get some of this white bass back, but they seem to be getting it up. That guy turned around. You gosh dang. Is that the same guy? Yeah, that might be a different guy. Yeah, we went from not biting to slaying fish. No bait. I'm about out of white bass heads. I may try a white bass chunk on this rod just to try it, because we're reeling in too many fish now anyway. There's another. That's between a Fort Loudon and a Watts bar fish. Watts bar size, but kind of ugly like a Fort Loudon fish. Well, y'all, it's officially time for lunch. So I'm gonna open up. Better get that in the cooler. I have got a Publix Cuban sandwich in here. We're gonna get a hold of that. Oh man. Yeah. Well, we know we got bait on that one. Couldn't even finish my sandwich. I hope he don't splash my sandwich. It never fails. If I'm eating a sandwich, I'm gonna get some old splashing fish up by the boat. Skipjack. Yeah, boy. They ain't biting, but we catching them. This fish drilled it pretty hard. Drilled it hard, man. I need to finish that sandwich before I get him to the boat, or my sandwich gonna get wet. I ain't eating no river water sandwich. Yeah, boy. They're biting now. Just gotta change tactics. I'm gonna get this in my mouth before he splashes it up. Mmm. Mmm. Yeah, boy. Well, dang it, I dropped part of it on the floor of the boat. Mm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Come on in here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ow! Just chomped me good. Ornery, mean fish. Turn the tail the other way on the gosh dang camera. Coming into early afternoon and the big ocean cruisers are coming out now. That's why I wanted to catch them early. That's one of those Cuban pirate ships right there. They go robbing the rich people out in the Bahamas. The fish are more in the middle of the river because I have eased closer towards that side of the channel. And when I started out dead in the middle, I was getting them more on this side. But when I got close to the bank over here, now I'm getting them more on this side. So that's telling me they're wanting to be slap dab in the middle of the river. That's definitely one of them Cuban pirate boats. If they come over here and mess with me, I'll show them the other half of that Cuban sandwich and they'll think I'm one of them and leave me alone. Yeah, they even got a American flag hanging off the back just so people don't get wind of what's going on so they can come up on you. Yeah, you keep that riffraff over there, bud. We don't need no riffraff over here. I'm out of the gosh dang Publix cheese, or the Boar's Head cheese, so we're down to Sargento pepper jack. It's all right. This is the Sargento creamy natural cheese off the block. Amazing melt. Sliced Monterey Jack cheese with jalapeno and habaneros. Yeah, boy. Oh! Ah, he broke my board loose. Soon as I opened this pack of cheese. Well, we know we got bait, or we did have. Yeah, you just touch cheese, man, and you get bit around here. Oh, oh. We even got one on a white bass chunk. There goes half my cheese. I'm telling you, man, we couldn't get one on a white bass chunk. I got this cheese in my hand, and I got a little piece of it left. The rest is in the bottom of the boat. Gosh, dang it. Some of it's down my shirt. If I step on that cheese, it'll be all squashed, mashed in the floor. Yeah, they'll hit a white bass chunk. You get your hands on some cheese. They would not touch it before. I even got that chunk back. There's an old thinner fish that ain't quite recovered from the nesting thing. Ah. Yeah. Yeah, still got that chunk in his mouth. Rod hook set. There we go. Yeah, a cheese eating disruptor right there. Gosh dang it. I didn't get 1/10 of that piece of cheese in my mouth. What didn't go on the floor went down my shirt. Now I got to get these baits back out. That one over there. Yeah, buddy. Here comes the USS Chattanooga. That thing there will carry over 3,000 US soldiers. You can find it right here in the Tennessee River. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Yeah. With Gilligan, the skipper too, the millionaire and his wife. Oh shoot! Oh shoot! Oh shoot! We got a drag puller on. We got a drag puller on. Woo! Yeah! Oh yeah. Oh yeah. How did that other board get? Don't tell me he's in that other line. I believe he is. Somehow. Unless I've got a fish on that one. I believe he's on that one. But you can lose a fish like that. I hate it when they do that. Yeah, he's dragging that other one in. I lost about a 60-pounder to the side of the boat over that one time. Either way, he might have come loose. Board's going back out. Well, he peeled some line on this takedown there. See what we got on here. See what we got on here. Yeah. See what we got on here. Come on. Staying under the boat. Staying under the boat. Look at there. Got one on there. Got one on that back rod. Got one on that back rod. I'd like to reel down on that, but I could lose this one. There we go. We'll reel down on him. Yeah, boy. That's a big fish. That's a nice one, boy. That's a nice one. Get in here, get in here, get in here. Get in here, don't go crazy by the boat. Just get in here. Come on now. Come on. Gosh dang it, that's a good one. Get in here. Let me slow this boat down. Let me just slow the boat down. I'll just stop the boat before he gets off. They do all that rolling, man. You can pull a hook. That's a good one. That's a good one. Oh yeah. Yeah. See if this one's still on here. Are you still on there? I believe this one come off, y'all. Yeah, he come off. I don't know what it was either. It could have been a good one there. Who knows? Yeah. Yeah. I'll let him rest up a minute. I'm gonna call it with this one, y'all. We're getting so many fish in the video. Yeah, and I want to save this skipjack. This is definitely, that's more of a nickajack size fish right there. And so, yeah, I'll take it. What I'm gonna do is get him up here, and I'm gonna spin the boat back into the sun. Go ahead and reel these in. At least 2 of them. We got a fish on here, I believe, y'all. I got a gosh dang fish on this one too. Look at this. I wonder how long that's why that board acted funny. It wasn't this fish, it was another fish. So we doubled up right there. That's what we done. We doubled up. Yeah. Good Lord. I'm gonna get him up here. Make sure he ain't nothing too big. Just get him up here by the boat. I want to turn this boat into the sun where I can get a picture of this fish. We're gonna call it, man, because I'm just catching too many fish. And I don't like catching this many fish. Not when I'm trying to save skipjack. Oh, fat fish. All right, y'all, I'm gonna spin the boat back into the sun. Let this one rest. All right, y'all. Got the sun in the camera. We'll get this old dog up. Oh! Yeah. We'll get this old dog up. Get him up a little more here. It's early afternoon, but man, I want to save this bait for another video. And I gotta change clothes or go somewhere different to do that, so. Right in the back there. Ouch! It's back in there. I see it. Do not bite. Do not bite. All right. I want to get a good picture of him, and it's warm out, so I'm gonna, hang on, buddy. Get some water on him. Get some water on that cooler. Make him a little more comfortable. Get the camera going. I'm kind of hard on your back, y'all. Yeah. Look at the head on that dude. Yeah, old wide fish. Let's get him in. Woo! He got close enough to me, didn't he? Yeah, he got close enough. All right, y'all. I'm wore out anyway. Got some skipjack for another day. Let the old back rest up for an evening. Old male fish. Yeah, a little more Fort Loudon size. Well, all right, y'all. You've seen it. Took a bad bite, turned it into a good one just by changing techniques, getting aggressive. Like I say, this bait's moving now. It's more like a live bait. They see this thing, they got to chase it down. It's an opportunistic, whatever you call it, type deal. I'm just glad I didn't have to put this video on the Catfish Are Cool channel. Either way, This is a video. There was fish in the video. That makes the fishing video. This is Catfish Dave with another one, signing out. Y'all, I got a gosh dang fish on this one. I guess this one bit while I was holding that other fish up. Last rod I went to reel in. So we've basically about tripled up there in the same spot. Either way, I doubt you watched this far. But we got another one. Get your butt in here. White bass head. Yeah, get in there.